Hello everybody, today I want to talk about the FiFine Amplitank SC1 audio interface, which you may have seen in a previous video, and I promised I would show it off to you. So I'm going to try and do an unboxing, even though I've already used it, as you would normally do. So it's on my desk here, and here we go. So I'm going to try and do this as easy or as slick as you would do as if it was brand new. Right, so I want to look at the box. So the box is just, it's a nice little black box, yeah. This is a budget audio interface, so if you're tight on funds, then this is the one to go for in terms of price, because, well, this is the kind of one you'll be looking at in terms of price. It's very, very, very cheap, okay? So, yeah, I really shouldn't talk about price because it kind of fluctuates, shouldn't it? Don't I? Anyway, it does fluctuate. Don't take my word for it. It's cheap. That's what I'm trying to say. It's the FiFine Amplitank SC1 recording audio interface. I'm talking crap now. You get some documentation. Yay! Now that might actually be worthwhile. And here we are. I've just realised. I don't know what that cable is. So it does come with a cable. I'm going to let you know on the screen how big the cable is. I found it! I found it! It's a 2-meter cable, and it's got a lovely little USB-C to USB-C, but it's got a nice little adapter so you can use it for USB-A as well. Pretty nifty. What else do you get? Oh, you also get a little bit of Velcro that probably came with the cable. Don't know what the cable is. Sorry about that. Right, here is the audio interface. It's lightweight. It's lightweight, I'll say that. So it's budget. One thing it has got is got lovely little feet in the bottom, so when you put it in the desk, it doesn't move. Literally doesn't move, which is good. It's got 3 little knobs. The knobs seem pretty robust, gotta be honest. We've got gain 1, gain 2, and outputs. Now, the reason why there's outputs is because you can plug your monitors in here, left and right monitors. What else we got in the back? We've got, that's your USB-C, and you've also got a thing with a padlock, which I actually don't know what it is. What is that? I can't, people talk about it. I've never known how to use it. But anyway, it's got one of those. Round the front, you've got your XLR port. It's a dual port, so you can put in a 1/4-inch jack in there as well for instruments or a microphone. You've got 48 volts of phantom power. This little button here, you see a microphone and a guitar? Well, if you want, this is how you get both your microphone and your guitar in at the same time, because there's an instrument little jack here. So you'd plug in your guitar there, your instrument there, and if you wanted to get both microphone and instrument, then you would plug it into the guitar, and that would split up the stereo channels. So you've got one channel being your voice, and another channel being the guitar. So it's 2 monos as opposed to one stereo. One stereo would just be the microphone. So that's how you get the microphone out of both speakers. I digress, I know. So that's what I've already mentioned. That's where your guitar would go in. Monitoring your output. Fantastic. You've got a monitoring your output functionality with this. And guess what? It is 0 latency. Hallelujah. Give me a hallelujah. That is a brilliant, brilliant thing for such a cheap audio interface, because I've used other cheap ones and you don't get that. You don't get any delay, which is brilliant. You don't get any delay, which is absolutely brilliant, and it really is brilliant, by the way. So when you're using your monitors in your ears, then you'll hear your voice as it sounds, as it should sound. This is your gain control. Gotta be honest, there's a little bit of play in that. It's not a big thing. People go on about how much play there is in buttons. I mean, I just turn them round and they've never fallen off me yet. So I don't know why people go on about that, but there is a little bit of play. Full disclosure, there's a bit of play. And the next button here, I can hardly read it. I think it's just the power. Wow, it's got an on-off button. Is it really got an on-off button? No, it's not. It's a direct monitoring button. So if you want to directly monitor, you have to plug that in. You have to switch it on. That's what it is. There we go. I was getting far too excited there. It doesn't have an on-off button. Just full disclosure. Hello there. Right, so now you're listening to this lovely microphone that I've reviewed earlier, by the way. It's the FiFine K669D dynamic microphone. It sounds brilliant, doesn't it? And you're hearing it on this little box here, this FiFine SC1 audio interface. As you see, the gain is set about 80%, 90% maybe. That's at maximum. Oh, no. As you can see, if you clip, it goes red. Sorry for that. If it clips, it goes red. If you're almost clipping, it goes amber. Can I get an amber? There we go, an amber. We got an amber. That gives you the how it works. So this is your second gain, which is your microphone or your guitar, and this controls the outputs. So if you're going to plug this into powered speakers, there's your left and your right, your 1/4" jack, and then you would turn up and down the volume, and you can listen to things that way. This is the volume button on your monitor. Now, I did check this out on a set of headphones which take a little bit more oomph, and they are these here. These are the professionally renowned, they've got professional on them, dynamic stereo headphones, MDR 7506s. Is that right? I'm going to get my goddamn glasses on. Yeah. The Sony MDR 7506s. When you plug these in here to monitor your audio, because I tried this earlier on, and it makes well, it's not a very good listening experience because you can hear yourself, but you're a bit quieter. Right, sorry about that. I did actually have my settings to do not disturb, but it was family, and in case there's an emergency, I let them come through. Sorry. Where was I? Yes, right, see if you're going to be using a set of headphones that are kind of slightly powered, then you're going to hear it, but you're not going to hear it very loud. I like when I want to directly monitor my audio, it has to be really loud. I'm like that. I like to hear myself. You can do that with a set of normal studio monitors, but if you're going to wear a big set of headphones that need a little bit more power, then this isn't going to cut the mustard. It's not going to cut the mustard. But then again, it's a budget thing. But there we go. That is the FiFine Amplitank SC1. I don't think you can really go far wrong with this little bit of kit for the money that you spend. And then if you decide that, audio interface is the way to go, then you can always move on. Now, you might ask why you're not trying it with different microphones. Well, I've done that in previous video. Did that in check out my previous video on the FiFine K669D. You'll see it with another dynamic microphone around about the same price range. I don't have a Shure SM7B, and if I did, I probably would be silly, to be honest with you, to put it on this, because why would you spend on an audio interface and then $450 on a Shure SM7B? You would be nuts. Yes, you would be, because that's just my personal opinion. Why would you spend that amount of money and not spend a lot more money on an audio interface? Not that there's anything wrong with this, but I think I'd be spending more money on my audio interface if I was going to be spending £450 or dollars. Sorry, talking to you guys in the US, because this isn't available in the UK at the moment. Why would you do that? Why? It's just crazy. So I'm not going to compare it with that. I'm going to compare it with some comparable, which is a budget microphone, because this is a budget system. You know, going to get a more expensive microphone. Yeah, this will do the business, but then upgrade your audio interface. Why am I ranting? It's a good little piece of kit, I must admit. For the money, I think it's really good. To get serious, if I am nitpicking, I would rather have that on the other side. But I get it, it's supposed to be for instruments and not for a desk, so you'd want it in the front if it's for instruments. I want it for spoken word, so I would rather have that in the back so that it's nice and clear on my desk. That's a little nitpicking. I'd rather have the stuff in the back. But yeah, that's just a personal opinion, but it's not, again, I don't think it's geared towards the podcaster. It's more geared towards the musician, I guess. The musician. Can I say that name? Musician? Honestly, I've not been drinking. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.